Now, this happened earlier during the week in WoW. Normally we don't fight Azura for forts because we don't have any Mythic Champ players. Well, we don't have any full Mythic Champ players that we can use to close the forts. So normally we just let them have it. But this time we decided to keep resetting the forts to get some kills and have some fun. We did actually end up finishing WoW with one fort, so they let that one slip through. But yeah, we decided to fight them in WoW this time. By the time this right now happened, it was very late in China, and Bonnie was already a bit sensitive because we had made her stay up to defend the forts, and I saw that she was holding a fort with 100k T4 cav, so I just sent a range march to clear that out, and she really didn't like that, because 30 seconds later she set a rally on me. Now, this is actually on my second account in NPS. I did used to have a lot of troops on this account. In January I had almost 30 million troops, but I kind of haven't replaced the troop count in a while, so right now it's got almost no troops, like 400k of each T4 and about 4 million T2 in total, which is not enough to take a rally at all. If you remember this about a month ago, I did cap a rally from LH. I'm just going to show that now. My troop count has gotten significantly lower since then, and now I'm in what I would call the danger zone. So I can't hide my troops, but I don't have enough of the right troops to take a rally. And it's kind of ironic because I always advise people not to stay in this kind of area because it makes it very difficult to go into Fury, and now I'm in that area myself. I knew that I was going to burn, there was no question about it. Most people in the danger zone, when they've been caught in Fury, they know they're screwed. They know they're going to take a lot of losses, so they start panicking, don't know what to do, where to go. But surprisingly enough, I didn't feel like that. I wasn't panicking. I just accepted that this was what was going to happen and that I was going to burn. Was it irresponsible of me to be going into Fury with this kind of troop count? Definitely. But the alternative in between waiting to build back troops would be just sitting shielded and doing nothing, which I hate that. Like, I hate not being able to fight, hate not being able to do stuff. So of course I'm going to keep Furying and helping in WoW. But yeah, the likelihood of me getting rallied in Fury was very low. In fact, if I hadn't had antagonized Bonnie and hit her fort, she wouldn't have rallied me. Like, let's face it, she wouldn't have rallied me. But she can rally me because she has the bunny, so even if I did have enough troops to cap her, she could get a leader back. I'm going to go check my troop count now. As you can see, I've only got 6 million in total, and if you look at my T2s, they're really inadequate, like not enough to take a rally from a player like Bonnie, who is full Mythic Champ with Emperor gear. So they're spamming me now because Bonnie is about to release the rally. I already knew how this was going to go. I knew I was going to get burned, but the question is, how badly am I going to get burned? So that report is definitely not nice to look at. 3 million dead for me, all reds, because Bonnie used Blackwing. I only managed to take out 1.3 million of Bonnie's army, and I am supposed to be a range rain trap, so the fact she sent Cav kind of took some of the heat off me because my range front line was able to slow down her Cav. She did send in range wedge, which means her troops only have to hit half of my range, then they go through and destroy my infantry. So while it wasn't a terrible hit because the losses weren't massive, definitely reminded me that it's not a good idea to go around in Fury pissing off big players with almost no T4. Now, when Worthy Prince got zeroed, his idea of revenge was to go send someone to rally trap the 9 billion Might Guild who didn't reinforce him. That's pretty dumb, that's not revenge at all. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to rally those players that burned me and even the score. So our first target is from GOG, Andy Howe. He's got 90 million troops in war gear, so it's not like he's in monster gear or something that's easy to zero. This guy did log off in war gear, definitely not in war talents, and his stats must be terrible based on what happened next. Cupid Chip sends Cav with leader and burns him on the first hit. We actually sent, so we weren't like in communication with XX and HAH that much. So they sent full T4 and T5 with leader. We sent leaderless rallies at first. So Shumuk quickly cancels, decides that he needs to go range with leader next. The others are pretty slow to react, but eventually everyone cancels and resets with range. Andy Howe eats the next rally from HAH. Cupid Chips only just managed to walk back on the first hit, so that's kind of expected. Leaderless rally from JD is coming in. That's going to take out the last of his infantry, so he's only got cavalry in range left. I don't know what's up with this guy's losses, because normally this composition, even if they're not in war gear, they can still eat a couple of rallies before you burn them. But yeah, he only has like tens of thousands of T3, so not any kind of significant T3 count that would make him burn this easily. Chips only has 2 champ pieces in his cav set, so it's not hugely different from regular cav gear stats, but he was able to burn him and the second guy wasn't. The second wave of rallies is coming in now. We've got XIX going to hit first, then us second, and Nash hitting just before XX again. We were able to get the lucky shot there with a 103 million might drop, and I think this zero by itself more than makes up for what they've done to me. But trust me guys, it's about to get a lot better. First we're going to go through Cupid Chips' report. Managed to burn this guy on the first hit and only walked back with siege. 19 million troops there in war gear, so very impressive walk back. But now we're going to go and blind hit another target from Joy, and this guy turned out to have over 35 million troops and 35 million T2 and T4, so it's not an easy comp. He doesn't have any T3 at all. Comp's very good, he just wasn't in gear and he wasn't in talents. HAH and XX already had Hui running, so they decided to go and hit this guy first with Cav. This time everyone sent leader. We were going range, and unfortunately XRX sent our rally a bit late. So Chips is coming in first with Cav. He hits, he gets capped, but there's a huge drop there and he loses 5 million troops on the first hit. As you can see, there's a combined loss of 7.4 million troops, which is an amazing sign if you hit a target and they drop that much. HH marched second also with Cav. They hit him, they don't kill nearly as many troops, but the drops are almost the same, so you can tell that we're hitting T4 infantry now. These are blind rallies, so we don't know what he started with, we don't know how much is left, but we're just going to assume that most, if not all, the infantry is gone at this point, so everyone kind of starts releasing their range rallies. We can't because ours is still loading up, because we set late. What you're about to see next I can only really describe as a massacre. There's no other word for it guys, so just sit back and enjoy. So yeah guys, we're able to zero that 35 million troops pretty easily. Here's the first report from Brap. You see he killed over 6 million troops on the first hit, which is pretty insane, especially with that kind of troop composition. As you can see, he has over 10 million cavalry, 10 million of each cavalry and range T2, that 1.5 million of each cav and range T4 left. Probably had maybe about 5-10 millish infantry T2 and around the same in T4. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching me get burned and our subsequent revenge. I know a lot of you, especially from that Worthy fan club, have been waiting for me to get burned for a long time, so I hope I didn't disappoint you. Thanks for watching and goodbye.